Hi, welcome back everyone. We're going to continue with lesson 25.5. We are going to find the perimeter of polygons in the coordinate plane. Our first question is asking us to find the perimeter of the figure in exact value. For these type of questions, please start always with labeling your vertices. Let's start with E. The coordinates are for E 0, 4, F 3, 2, H, we have G here, 0, 0, H is 2, negative 4, I is 0, negative 4, J is negative 4, 0, D is 4, 4, and that's all. Okay, now also let's look at what we need to find. In order to find the perimeter, we need to find the distance around the shape. But it seems I can easily find length of segment DE, DJ, and IH, since they are either horizontal or vertical line segments. So let's write the units for these three segments. The length of segment DE, 1, 2, 3, 4, so this will be 4 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing here for length of segment DJ, 4 units. And for IH, it would be 1, 2, it would be 2 units. Okay, now let's also state them here. So DE, the length of segment DE is 4 units. The length of segment DJ is 4 units. And the length of segment HI or IH is 2 units. Now let's see what we don't know. So if I go back to my shape, I need to find the distance of or the length of segment EF, FG, GH, and JI. So I need to find these 4 segments lengths. Okay, let's continue with applying distance formula. For EF, if I use the coordinates from the side, for EF, I need to find the length of segment EF with the coordinates 0, 4, and 3, 2. So 0 minus 3 to the second power plus 4 minus 2 to the second power, which will be square root of 9 plus 4, which will give us square root of 13. Now let's do the same thing for length of segment FG. 3 minus 0 to the second power plus 2 minus 0 to the second power, which will give us 9 plus 4, which is going to be also 13, square root of 13. And then GH, the length of segment GH, 0 minus 2 to the second power plus 0 plus 4 to the second power, which will be 4 plus 16, and that will be square root of 20, which is also be written as I can write 20 as 4 times 5, and 4 would go outside the square root sign as square root of 4 would go outside as 2. So you can rewrite it like this, times square root of 5, which will give you 2 square root of 5. So I can write square root of 20 as 2 square root of 5. So let's continue with ij 0 minus negative 4, which will be positive 4 here, or plus 4, plus negative 4 minus 0 to the second power, which will give us square root of 16 plus 16, which is square root of 32. So I can do the same thing as square root of 20. I can write square root of 32 as 16 times 2, which will be square root of 16 times square root of 2, which will give us 4 square root of 2. And now I can add all of them together. So perimeter will be let's start with the first ones we found. So these are all units. I guess I can add the units at the end. So perimeter for this composite shape will be 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus square root of 13 plus square root of 13 plus square root of 20 plus square root of 32. I can also combine these two to square root of 13 because they have coefficients in front of them, just like combining like terms. You have 1 apple plus 1 apple, which will give you, like this, 2 apples, which is 2 square root of 13. So my final answer is an exact value would be 10 plus 2 square root of 13 plus square root of 20 plus square root of 32 units, or we can use square root of 2 square root of 5 and 4 square root of 2, and we can say 10 plus 2 square root of 13 plus 2 square root of 5 plus 4 square root of 2 units as well. So both of them are acceptable exact answers, either this one or this one. Okay, now let's look at question number 2. We're going to do the same thing with question number 2. We are going to find we're going to label the vertices first, and we're going to find the perimeter of this figure. So our vertices for this shape, W, Z, Y, and X, and I'm going to write the coordinates of each one of them. For X, 5, 1. For Y, 1, negative 5. For Z, negative 2, negative 2. And for W, 0, 4. It seems we don't have any vertical or horizontal line segments, so we have to find each side length using distance formula. Let's start with the length of segment WX. It's going to be 0 minus 5 to the second power plus 4 plus 1 to the second power which will give us 25 plus 25, which will be square root of 50. And this square root of 50 can be also written as, using the same idea from the previous question, I can write this as 5 square root of 2. Let's look at xy. The length of segment xy will be 5 minus 1 to the second power plus negative 1 plus 5 to the second power, which will be 16 plus 16, which will be square root of 32, and that will be, if you remember from the previous question, 4 square root of 2. And let's continue with zy. The length of segment zy will be 1 plus 2 to the second power, negative 5 plus 2 to the second power, which will give us 9 plus 9, which is square root of 18. Again, I can write this as 3 square root of 2. And then finally, we have zw will have 0 plus 2 to the second power plus 4 minus that negative 2 will make each other positive here, 2 negatives. That's why you have plus, but it says 4 minus negative 2. So 4 plus 2 to the second power, which will give us 4 plus 36, which is square root of 40, which is also can be written as 4 times 10, which we can write 2 square root of 10. Okay, so let's find the perimeter now. Let's add them all up. I have square root of 50 plus square root of 32 plus square root of 18 plus square root of 40 units. That would be one answer, or which I prefer would be in a little bit more simplified version, which would be 5 square root of 2 plus 4 square root of 2 plus 18 would be 3 square root of 2 plus 2 square root of 10. And then if you remember, we can combine these three since they have both square root of 2. They're all three have square root of 2, sorry. And then we can combine them. If you combine the coefficients. So 5 plus 4 plus 3 would give us 12. And then square root of 2 remains as square root of 2, just like combining like terms. Plus we have 2 square root of 10. Units. I think it's also good to put the parentheses here to make sure that unit is not only for the last term or last number. Okay, so that is our final answer. Do we have any questions? Please see your teachers during office hours. Have a great day.